Welcome to another episode of my hitchhiking adventures across South America. In the last episode, I was saying goodbye to Fede, an Italian guy I had met in El Chaltén and with whom I traveled during 2 months. 2 months filled with the craziest adventures, sleeping in strangers' homes, and filled with unexpected encounters. But that was it. Here I was, all alone again. Because traveling alone is also this, having to constantly say goodbye to the people that we've come to care about on the road, but also leaving them with our heart full and grateful to have been able to live so many adventures together. So I rose my thumb and hit the road again, without knowing where I was gonna sleep and who I was gonna meet either. Time was getting long and not a single car in sight. The first car I saw stopped. This man, after a big burnout, had decided to leave everything behind. His wife, his children, his work, and even his country. When this man stopped, he was on his way back home. The Araucarias forest, a tree in danger of extinction, but also a sacred tree for the native people in the south of Chile and Argentina, the Mapuche, was covered by snow. We said goodbye, and after wishing him good luck for going back to his old life, I kept on going. I waited a little while at a gas station and somebody finally stopped. The last car was going to Pucón, a place I had vaguely heard about, but where I hadn't planned to stop. My goal was mainly to reach Santiago and to keep going north as soon as possible. But it was getting dark, and I knew I was gonna have to spend the night in this little town. I quickly looked at the map on my phone and saw that there was a beach, so I asked my driver to leave me there. As soon as I arrived, I was mind blown by the beauty of this place. A beach of black sand bordered by a gorgeous lake was here before me. I watched the sunset, and right at the moment where I was gonna set up my tent, an unexpected thing happened.
So, I just woke up and yesterday the most unexpected thing happened. The last car gave me a lift, drove me to Pucón. I had like 1 hour left of sun, so I was like, okay, I better sleep here because, I don't want to hitchhike at night. I saw on the iOverlander app that the beach was a good free camping site, so I went there. As I was walking along, I crossed with a girl and a guy. They both smiled at me, and 2 minutes later, the girl came to see me and she was like, "Hi, how are you? What are you doing here? Are you traveling by yourself? We're having like a barbecue tonight with my friends. You're more than welcome. And if you don't have a place to sleep, then you can stay at my friend's house." I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, they seem such like nice people. And then I went to their place and I'm here in a private room. With some amazing people, and we had the craziest night ever last night.
¿Qué estás haciendo? Está bailando con mi guitarra. Y el dueño de la casa, hola. Hola.
La vecina y la francesa sabe mucho, pero muy buena moza.
So here I was, settling into a house of total strangers, met the night before and with whom it seems I'm not gonna get bored. The next day, Tristan, Basti, Roberto, and Cristobal decided to show me their home.
Bueno chicos, aquí estamos en el Salto del Claro, es una cascada de 80 metros que está ubicada en un bosque nativo dentro de Pucón. Podemos encontrar distintas especies, flora y fauna, y ahora vamos a ir caminando los mejores miradores que tiene esta cascada.
¡Qué bueno! Bueno, esto es el principio de la cascada.
Sí.
Muy bien.
Estamos cerca de ir abajo, hay que mirar la caída entera.
Hola. Está en cámara. Está en la tele. No estás en YouTube.
No.
Sí.
No.
Sí.
Ahora vamos a entrevistar a Roxana y nos va a hablar un poco de su experiencia acá en Pucón y lo que ha podido conocer.
Gracias por llevarme a la cascada de Salto
Del Claro.
del Claro.
La pantalla. Vamos a empezar todo de nuevo, chicos. Buenas tardes, estamos aquí en el Salto del Claro. Ah, no. Vamos a mojarnos
A la wea bonita, la wea. La wea está.
La cagó, la wea.
La wea esa.
Two days later, they decided to show me their world. Basti and Tristan are passionate about rafting and kayaking, and it's naturally that they took me to discover the Trancura River.
Bueno, Iván, ¿qué está pasando hoy?
Vamos a intentar ir al río, ojalá resulte. La balsa no tiene mucho aire.
No.
Vamos a ir a buscar un bombino, una bomba
¿Sí?
de aire, así que tenemos media hora para resolverlo y de eso ya ahí nos vamos para el agua.
Ok. Wow.
Pucón is also one of the most popular places in Chile for those who like extreme sports and adventure tourism.
Bueno chicos, hoy día estamos en transmisión en vivo para el canal de Gypsy
Journey.
And by the way, it's also their job. On the other hand, I had only done it once in my entire life, and this one did seem a little harder than what I had experienced before.
Vamos a ver qué va a suceder. Vamos a grabar todo, dentro y fuera.
It's class 4 rapids, they said, but I kept my smile on and decided to trust them.
¡Todos remos arriba, celebración! ¡Eso! ¡Dale, adelante! ¡Eso! ¡Adelante, adelante! ¡Pura! ¡Pura! ¡Pura!
Shortly after we started, the inevitable happened. We got stuck between two currents and all of a sudden everybody fell. Everyone except me and Tristan. But it was way too strong for me to handle, and I ended up falling as well. We finally all got back into the raft before being taken away by the current.
Tú me aplaudes, que tú me aplaudes, ya tú sabes.
Everything was going well until the second fall, and this one, I didn't see it coming. We went down like flies and headed straight to a massive rock where I really thought I was gonna crush, but luckily the current made me deviate and avoid it. Those people, who I barely knew, had welcomed me into their house and were already treating me like one of them. Always in a nice and cheerful atmosphere, we were all going to see the sunset together, spent hours playing catch-up, which is a famous dice game in Patagonia, and even played FIFA.
Aquí tenemos a Rosana jugando PlayStation. Mírenla, va 1-0.
No, van a uno, weón.
Ah, van a 1. Ahí está, Francia, Argentina.
Yes, this is what made me fall in love with Chile. The extreme kindness and generosity of its people that really gives me hope and faith in humanity. Stay tuned, because in next week's episode, I'll show you the rest of my adventures in Pucón, which was anything but a rest. You'll see me try to climb a volcano under gusts of winds and snow, getting lost in a national park all alone at sunset, and also say goodbye to my new friends before hitting the road again for some new adventures. Thank you so much for everyone who took the time to watch it till the end. Bye!